Hey, this is Jeff with the Rock and Roll Sideshow. I'm back, flying solo today. Leo couldn't make it. He's a busy guy, and so am I. But I figured I had to get something up. Uh, Today's show is going to be about Queensryche and also mainly about their album Operation Mindcrime, which is a stellar album. But I did reach out and even posted on the Queensryche Facebook page. See if we get a Queensryche fan to get on here and talk with me about him, but people are just too busy, or maybe they just don't want to be make an ass of themselves like I do. I don't know. Anyhow, Queensryche is an American heavy metal band formed in 1982 in Bellevue, Washington. Uh, Queensryche has sold over 20 million albums worldwide, including over 6 million albums in the United States. They're a real special band to me because I remember I saw their video on, I don't know if it was MTV or Night Flight for Take Hold of the Flame. And so I was still in high school at the time, and one of my friends went to the high school dance, which I never really went to those. I wasn't much of a dancer. And the DJ would play records, and sometimes he would give free records out. So he came to my house the next day with the Warning album, which is their first full-length album. They had an EP before that, which I think had 4 or 5 songs, including Queen of the Reich. But I brought the Warning over. I listened to it, and it was really good. They had some really good songs on it. Take Hold of the Flame, Enforcer, No Sanctuary. But it was lyrically, it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe Iron Maiden type stuff. So it wasn't really stuff that maybe you could relate to. It's more fantasy kind of lyrics. But the music was real good. And then I guess a year or whatever later, they put out Rage for Order. And they had some good songs on that. Walk in the Shadows. A few other ones. Yeah, 1988, Operation Mindcrime. And just to let people, just in case you don't know who Queensryche is, which is probably rare, except for maybe younger people might not, I don't know. But Jeff Tate is the lead singer. He was for most of their time. He's not in the band anymore. They had some differences. But he was always one of my favorite singers. He just had a great voice and great range and control over his voice. Also, we got Eddie Jackson on bass, which is one of my favorite bass players. I actually played guitar for, I don't know, 10 years before I decided to start learning how to play bass, and he inspired me to do that. Scott Rockenfield on the drums, Michael Wilton on guitar, Chris DeGarmo on guitar, and he's not in the band anymore either. It's Parker Lundgren, and Todd LaTorre is on vocals now, which I'm not even sure if he's still singing with them. I think he is, but I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to keep up when you're trying to make a living, you know. But I have talked to some people, and hopefully we'll get an interview on here with 1 or 2 members of Queensryche here soon. I know I was told that they would do it, but whenever they have time, you know. So 1988 Operation Mindcrime came out, and that album was just blew me out of the water. And then I guess it was about 1990 Empire came out, and that's when they really got people noticed them because they got a lot of radio airplay. They were more commercial, still great songs. I remember I was flipping burgers at McDonald's. Hey, you work at McDonald's, you're the backbone of America, because you know everyone likes eating cheeseburgers, right? And those fries. There was a couple guys there, and the Empire album came out, and they were like all pumped up, and they said they got tickets to go to the show. And I said, "Do you have any other Queensryche albums, or you just have Empire?" And they were like, "Just Empire. I didn't even know they had any other albums." And I was like, "Man, if you like Empire, you need to go get Operation Mindcrime." So a couple of days later, I see the same guy. He's like, "Man," he goes, "I mean, I love Empire, but Operation Mindcrime is even better." And I was like, "Well, told you so." At the time, the girl I was dating, we got tickets, and we went to the Empire show. The first time I seen them was on their Warning tour, and they opened for Kiss. But this time they were headlining for the Empire tour. I think it was Suicidal Tendencies to open for. And this was in Indianapolis. And it was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. I think Queensryche played like 2.5 hours. Played the whole Operation Mindcrime album. Bunch of stuff off Empire, and went back and played some really, some older stuff that was great. It was just a great show. They sounded great. Great stage. So I was lucky enough to see him because I missed him on the Operation Mindcrime. It's probably my favorite concept album of all time. And of course, everyone likes The Wall by Pink Floyd. But that's more mellow type stuff. If you like hard rock or metal, Operation Mindcrime is the way to go. I mean, it's just on my top albums of all time. So yeah, I got to see him on the Empire tour. And then after that album, Promised Land came out, and I did notice a difference in it. It was, not quite the same as the two albums before it. It had some good songs on it, though, but I think they changed producers. Yeah, if you wanted the story or an idea of the story on the Operation Mindcrime concept album, it's a concept album and a rock opera. Its story follows a recovering drug addict who becomes disillusioned with the corrupt society of his time and reluctantly becomes involved with the revolutionary group as an assassin of political leaders. January of '89, it ranked at number 34 on Kerrang. Peter Collins was the producer, and I believe he produced Empire as well. The tracks are, I remember now. So Anarchy X, Revolution Calling. So Revolution Calling is the actual opening song on the album. And then you have Operation Mindcrime, Speak, which all three are great songs. Then Spreading the Disease, which is another awesome song. The Mission, Sweet Sister Mary, and that's like a 10-minute song there. That's an official rock opera there. The Needle Lies, Breaking the Silence, I Don't Believe in Love, Eyes of a Stranger. I think Eyes of a Stranger is probably my favorite Queensryche song of all time. But yeah, just if you haven't heard the album, and it's not just this album that you go, oh, well, there's one or two songs on there, I guess I should check out. No, you need to listen to it from the start to the ending, because the story's real good, the songs fit together well, and almost every single song on it's great. So okay, and it was certified as platinum in '91. I just wanted to put this out there, maybe get a little word out in case someone hasn't heard the album. And like I said, hopefully we'll get one or two members from the band to do an interview on here. I know I've been slacking on band interviews here lately, but been having a pretty busy schedule, so we are going to get some bands on here and do some more interviews. I just want to thank people for the support, for liking our page. Our website's up. I'd say go ahead and leave a comment, but people I don't know. We got great albums like this and great bands, and you say leave a comment if you're a fan. Tell us what this and that about the album or what your favorite song or album was. But people rather click like on a picture of a puppy dog than something like this. So I don't know. That's good, right? You got a lot of animal lovers out there. Alright, so I'm going to take off, keeping this one short, and keep rocking. Like I said, if you haven't heard Operation Mindcrime, you really just need to listen to it. Alright, keep rocking.